Can the Miami Dolphins win with Skylar Thompson? What is going on, everybody? My name is Nikki Smokes. I am the host of The Smoke Show. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. And if you can, go ahead, leave us a like. Today, we're going to be talking about if Skylar Thompson can lead the Miami Dolphins to a victory over the Minnesota Vikings. If you're a Miami Dolphins fan, listen. Relax. 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 We're 3-2. Do you want me to take you back to last year when we started 1-7? I didn't think so. Those are really, really bad days. Relax. We're 3-2. We beat the Bills. We're a little banged up. We're facing a little bit of adversity. Well, guess what? Every team in the NFL faces adversity. We are fine. Let's be real. Did we think we were going to win every single game? No. Did I think we were going to start 3-0? Absolutely not. I said we were going to go 2-2, and then we would beat the Jets to be 3-2. Well, turns out we just won one extra game during that first four, and instead we ended up losing to the Jets. Now, losing to the Jets is disgusting, and tip my cap to the Jets. They were the better team. They whipped our butt. But we also had to throw in a third-string quarterback and didn't have our starting corner. That's not why we lost. We had opportunities to win, even with Skylar Thompson and not having Xavier Howard and Teron Armstead out there. We still had our chance to win, and we blew it. I'm just saying, maybe if we had our starting quarterback, things could have went a different way. But that is not the reality of the situation. I tip my cap to the Jets. They deserved that victory. They beat us fair and square. No complaining here. Let's move on to this week. Can Skylar Thompson lead the Miami Dolphins to a victory over the Minnesota Vikings? Honestly, yes, I think he can. Did Skylar Thompson look great in his debut? No. Did he look like absolute dog shit? No. I've seen much worse quarterbacks play for the Miami Dolphins. I've seen Cleo Lemon take snaps for the Miami Dolphins. And look, man, I like Tua, but let's not act like he's never had a bad game. I've seen Tua go 18 for 38, 205 yards and an interception in a must-win game against Tennessee. I've seen terrible performances. But let's put a little perspective behind Skylar Thompson. Okay, look, this man didn't even dress until the Cincinnati Bengals game. They didn't dress him. So what does that mean? He's been the practice squad quarterback. He's basically been giving our defense looks. That was his role for the first 3 games of the season. Then he gets called up and he dresses for the first time against the Cincinnati Bengals. Then the following week against the New York Jets, he is the backup quarterback. So he's not getting any reps with the ones. He's running his reps with the twos. So you know what that means? He hasn't been able to establish timing with the 2 fastest receivers in the NFL, in Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. You guys know how hard it was for Tua to adapt to Tyreek Hill's speed? Imagine Skylar Thompson. He probably hasn't thrown a pass to Tyreek Hill since July and August during training camp. Now he's got a full week of preparation. He's going to have a full week of timing and command of the offense. And guess what? He's also going to have Teddy Bridgewater on the sideline with him. In Skylar's first ever start, he didn't have Tua by his side, and he didn't have Teddy Bridgewater. Both were out of the game with concussion, so he would come back to the sideline by himself as a 7th-round rookie with no quarterback room support, no timing with Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle. I tip my cap to him because I've seen much worse performances from starting quarterbacks. Give this kid a full week of prep. I'm not saying he's Tom Brady, although Tom Brady's first start, he went 13 for 23 and 168 yards. That's not great. I'm not saying he's Tom Brady, but let's pump the brakes on the hate. Skylar's going to be fine. He's going to play better than he did last week. And McDaniel has all the confidence in the world in him. And if he believes in him, why shouldn't we? McDaniel is the one spending time with these guys each and every single day. And he sees something in Skylar. Because if he didn't, he would start Teddy Bridgewater no matter what. Because guess what? Teddy's already throwing at practice. But he still named Skylar the starter. So us Dolphin fans, it is our duty to rally behind him and pull out a win and go into next week against the Pittsburgh Steelers 4-2. But we're not going to win this game from Skylar Thompson alone. That is too much of an ask. I'm not asking Skylar Thompson to go out there, throw for 350 yards and 3 touchdowns. I'm not asking for that. I believe that this team is going to win because Skylar's going to play better than 168 yards in an interception and a fumble. I believe he's going to do better than that. That's part A of why the Miami Dolphins are going to win. But part B of why the Miami Dolphins are going to win is because of our defense. And I know everyone's like, dude, our defense sucks. What are you talking about? Blah, 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 blah. The Jets scored 40 on you. We didn't have Xavier Howard. Our defense is predicated on being able to play man coverage and blitz our safeties and just create havoc up front. Well, guess what? When you don't have Xavier Howard, you're forced to drop back your 2 safeties. You can't load up the box with Brandon Jones and Javon Holland. You can't do that. You can't do that because you got Kader Kohu and Keon Crossan out there on an island. And I love both of those guys, but they're not Xavier Howard. And say what you want about X. He's still the best corner on this team, and he's a top 10 corner in the NFL, and he showed up against Buffalo when he had to guard Stephon Diggs. I don't care what any of you guys said. He's coming off rest. His groin should be better, and when X is back, this defense will be back as well. So expect a lot of blitz packages, and that is why I am confident in the Miami Dolphins to win this week, because guess who the worst quarterback ranking against the blitz belongs to? Kirk Cousins. He's the worst. Actually, Mac Jones is the worst, but he's injured. So of all the healthy, active quarterbacks in the league, Kirk Cousins has the worst quarterback rating against the blitz. Well, guess what? Last time I checked Kirk Cousins, he's not Josh Allen. He's not Lamar Jackson. He's not Zach Wilson. Now, Zach Wilson's not on their level, but he's an athlete. He can avoid pressure. Kirk Cousins is a statue of liberty. He is a statue, and he is terrible under the blitz. And guess who blitzes better than anyone? Right here. I think this Miami defense is going to cause havoc against the Minnesota Vikings. And part C, reason 3, why the Miami Dolphins are going to win is because no one thinks we're going to. Last week, all those experts on NFL Network, they all said, Dolphins, 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 Dolphins. And I told my co-host Bobby, I said, dude, I don't have a good feeling about going into this Jets game. I have a great feeling going into this Vikings game because no one is going to pick us to win. Oh, the 4-1 Vikings. The 4-1 Vikings, Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook. They're coming to town, right? We're all taking the Vikings. There's no way the Dolphins are going to be able to stop Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson when they have a third-string quarterback. Perfect stay there. I love when the national media is against us. I love when everyone is making fun of us and pointing at us because guess what? That's when the Dolphins come to show up, and we are an absolute unit at home. Home underdog, Miami Dolphins. I don't care if Helen Keller is playing quarterback. We are going to show up. I guarantee that. I guarantee that. And if we don't, then we have a serious culture problem. But we are going to show up, and the Miami Dolphins are going to win because Skylar Thompson is going to play better than he did last week. The defense is going to absolutely wreak havoc on Kirk Cousins, and because the entire world says we can't beat the Minnesota Vikings. That is why the Miami Dolphins will win on Sunday, and they will go into the Pittsburgh game at 4-2. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up, comment if you agree or disagree with me. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, fins up.